Going to have a timeout taken by Coach Rogers. We'll just keep it right here, and we'll go over our some of our sponsors here. We appreciate all these folks for sponsoring us. The Southwest Oklahoma Driving School. Give them a call at 580-512-6936. Carnegie Fiber for all your high-speed internet needs. Give them a call at 580-654-1002. Keystone Foods, they provide breakfast and lunch for Fort Cobb Broxton School. Ouachita Valley Bank, downtown Fort Cobb. T-Bird's Convenience Store, and Shelley Dissey, ABC Superior Realty for all your real estate sales needs. Give them a call at 580-302-1974. Blake, what do you think the timeout was here for by Coach Rogers?
Oh, Don, I'm going to be honest with you. I was fiddling around with the scoreboard trying to get that to work.
Gotcha.
So I hope now the scoreboard works. I tried a couple different things, but I would assume probably just to slow the girls down, get their head back in the game, if you will.
Hopefully they can figure out a little better way of getting this ball inbounded on the press. Looks like it worked pretty good. They get Reagan along the right side. Back to Silverhorn. Kind of a high dribble. Got away with one there, I think. Reagan now dribbling down the middle of the lane, and that ball bounced away. They're really having trouble. Seems like maybe the ball is overinflated or something, Blake, to you. It sure seems to be bouncing pretty high. I would assume it's the same ball they might have used Saturday. I don't know, but anyway, both teams seem to be dribbling it pretty hard. There's McMulty. No good. Caldwell had it bumped away from by her own teammate, I think, bumped into her and knocked it away. So it'll go over to Fort Cobb with 23 seconds to play in the first period. Good job on the scoreboard there, Blake. Got your hands full up there. Trying to keep everything going. Had a stock show this morning. Made it over here quickly. 13 seconds to play. And Silverhorn has it with 9. Fort Cobb needs to get a good look here. They get it down to Bear. Turnaround shot. Caldwell won't go. And Dover with the rebound. And that will do it after one period of play. Dover leads it 7-4 over the Lady Mustangs. We'll take a 1-minute timeout.
Your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon.
Welcome back to Coyle, Oklahoma. I think we're about to get all the bugs worked out up here. We got our headsets working, the scoreboard's working. Now all we need is Fort Cobb to light it up a little bit more, right?
Boy, I'll tell you.
Dover have the ball here to start the second period. What was the shooting percentages there? Did you have a chance to keep track of the stats?
You're going to have to trust Caden on this one.
All right.
Lady Mustangs were 1 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 0 for 2 from 3. Dover, 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3.
So far, only scoring for the Lady Mustangs has been Riley. She's got all four points for the Lady Mustangs. Caldwell at the line. She makes her first point. 4 of the 5 starters have scored for Dover. Caldwell didn't shoot free throws very well last in a district final, but she's made 2 for 2 tonight, and she played, I think, Friday night over there in their gym. She shot them pretty good Friday night in their contest. 5-point lead now for Dover. Mustangs having all sorts of trouble getting into an offensive flow here. Dover's doing a good job defending us with that man-to-man pressure. There's a cutter. Boy, they had Reagan breaking open. He couldn't get it to her. Now there comes Bear on the other side. Turnaround jumper is good. And that's the best offensive set they've had so far. They had kind of crossers down below the basket. Reagan came across first, and then Bear followed that, and Bear was wide open, and the defense was a little late getting there, and Bear bumped it off the glass for 2. Caldwell, now left wing, three-pointer, no good, in and out. Riley up there with a good rebound. Quick outlet to Silverhorn, racing it down the left side. Bounce pass up ahead to Bear, tough catch, lays it in for 2. Beautiful fast break that time by the Lady Mustang.
That's a tough pass, a tough catch, and then a tough basket.
Absolutely. The trifecta.
Everything was tough.
And it was a good basket for Ginger. Caldwell in the corner. Harveston's three-pointer, rattle out again. Harveston gets the rebound, and that is Caitlin, no good. Then Bear got the rebound after about 3 misses by Dover. And the Mustangs have the ball and a chance to take the lead, trailing 9-8. A couple of substitutions now in for Dover will be Riley Buck and Camry McNulty, replacing Gomez and Carly McNulty. Pressure in the backcourt by Dover once again. It's really hindered Lady Mustangs so far. I think they've kind of caught their wind here on this, trying to get a little better offensive looks on this end. There's a cutter, Silverhorn, out into Bear. Ball taken away out front by Carly Harveston. Ahead of the pack, a layup is good. That's 4 points for Carly. And it's back to a 3-point lead for Dover. Silverhorn advancing quickly. Kicks it in the, drives all the way, layup good.
Dawn, if you're playing against a man-to-man press, there's a steal. Hey, unforced errors right there.
There you go. What'd you say about the press?
Whenever you're facing a man-to-man press, Dawn, the best way to beat it is either just clear the area, everyone go towards the basket, or do exactly what Silverhorn did before she shot that layup, and that's just drive straight down the floor.
And she did a great job of that. And it was a great catch by Ginger Bear to lay it in. Did you notice they just changed basketballs? Anybody notice that but me?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Don't see that very often.
Well, I wonder why. This ball, maybe, I don't know, it looks just like the other one. Maybe it's not inflated quite so much. Hopefully not. Yeah, there's a near takeaway. He's stepping on the line, and boy, I thought we was going to get by with that. But the referee hustled back there to see it. Jay Kraft, the official from down in the Lawton area, was able to track that one down. Jay right on top of it. Left side, Harveston. Her three-pointer's high off the back iron. Battle for the rebound, loose. They're going to have a tie-up. And I think it'll go to Fort Cobb on the alternating possession. Kind of hard to time your jump sometimes when the ball bounces that high off the rim. I think that's what happened there. Ginger mistimed her jump just slightly and gave Caldwell an opportunity. Once again, it's hard to get it inbounded. And it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to give it back to Fort Cobb, but they really got us stymied here sometimes. Not able to get open. Really causing us some frustration. We're doing a lot of screen setting, but no one's getting open. Now Brown gets it over to Silverhorn. Mustangs trailing by 1. There's Reagan cutting down the left side of the lane. Gets to Silverhorn along the baseline, in trouble. Bounce pass through the lane, luckily retrieved by Brown. Now Bear, hard to the hoop and one. Beautiful play. Ginger Bear, she went to the basket with some authority. And she'll have Chance for the three-point play. And she makes it.
Don, this is the playoffs, so you know you want your older players to step up. And with Riley having 19, the last time we played Dover, Ginger 19 on Saturday night. You know, it's the only junior and seniors on the roster. So,
yep, Cream rises to the top. Lady Mustangs with a 2-point lead. And they're going to be a travel on Silverhorn. First lead they've had in a while. Trailed by as many as 5 earlier.
I believe it's the first lead since 2-0, right?
Yes, you're right. Lady Mustangs putting a little pressure on now. And it's proved effective. They've caused some turnovers. One thing about these teams, neither one of them, they do a lot of subbing. Dover does a little bit more than Fort Cobb, but so the fatigue factor shouldn't really come into play either way here. Both teams play about the same number of players. Caldwell has it, kicks it in the corner to McNulty. Her baseline three is good. Hardy McNulty with her first points of the day. Gives Dover a 1-point lead. Bounce pass to Brown. Right, left wing, Riley Rips three. Good boys right on target, just a little short. And then she goes and fouls, I think, trying to get the rebound. She made several of those Saturday. Just a little bit more oomph on that one, and the Mustangs will be celebrating. She'll get it dialed in, I'm sure. Bounce pass to Caldwell. They don't want her to catch it right there. Good block by Bear, and that could be a travel there, yeah. She hit the deck pretty hard. That's what happened the other night in the overtime game. When Caldwell catches it that deep in the lane, she's so quick. She can get the shot off before you even bat an eye. And the Lady Mustangs are fortunate there that she didn't score. She's going to be replaced by Camry McNulty. Give her a chance to catch her breath. And the Mustangs now into the front court. Brown with it. Good defense by the Longhorns so far, and that pretty tight man-to-man. Under 3 minutes to play here in the half. Riley Rip way out front over to Brown, right side. There's Bear across the paint. Basket's good. Ginger Bears. She's got the stroke all of a sudden. That's 9 for Ginger. When she catches it on that side of the lane, it's been pretty productive for Fort Cobb so far. Mustangs on top by 1, 15-14. McNulty right down the middle of the lane. Her scoop shot's no good. Mustangs doing a good job of not fouling them when they drive by. Mustangs only have 2 team fouls so far. Down low to Bear. Turnaround shot is good.
You know, Don,
going to bounce out, but she got it.
Don, there's been games that we've done that exact same thing and missed about 8 of those shots.
And there's the answer on the other end by Carly McNulty with her second tray, and we're tied at 17. Good back and forth ball game here. 1:46 to play in the half. The winner advances to the area tournament. Out front is Riley Rip, guarded closely by Harveston. To get it to Silverhorn, cutting to the basket, layup good. Boy, they're really burning him on that overplay. That's 4 for Silverhorn.
And Don, at some point, defense is going to learn to not overplay that, and then at some point you're going to get some open threes.
There you go. Yeah, they've kind of caught on to that. Good play by Silverhorn. She bats it away. Now pass up ahead to Silverhorn, ahead of the pack, and she's going to be fouled on a layup attempt. But Caitlin Harveston fouled her. Yeah, Coach Rogers has done a good job coaching here today. Opened up the contest. Dover was really aggressive on that man-to-man defense, and we were having a difficult time getting any kind of a offensive set, but they've kind of understood now that they can cut to the basket, get by their defender, and have some success. Caldwell back in along with Gomez for Dover with 1:10 to play in the half. Silverhorn's first free throw is no good. And she'll have one more. And she buries that one. That's 5 for Kalia, and it's a 3-point ball game. Fort Cobb on top with 1:07 to play in the half. In the corner, McNulty. So far, they've done a good job on Caldwell. Only has 2 free throws so far. Under a minute to play now.
Don, you think they're going to hold for one? 50
no,
seconds left?
I don't think so. Caldwell drives. Bear fouled her and lost the ball on the rebound attempt. Break for the Mustangs. Over quickly to, and Riley caught the pass. You could see an opening to the goal, and she saw Caldwell coming out of the corner of her eye, I'm sure, and she said, I'm going to have to hurry. And they called her for traveling.
Tell you what, that was good defense by Bear on the other end.
Absolutely was.
Without fouling.
Absolutely. Got a good block.
Blocked it back into Caldwell's hands.
27 seconds to play in the half. They go to Harveston. Now out front to Buck. She steps into a three-pointer. No good. Caldwell, long rebound to her. 17 seconds to play. Buck, right side to go to Harveston. 8 seconds. Over to Gomez. Tries to drive along the baseline. Down to 4. And it's 2.7 seconds, and it's tapped away by Silverhorn, which helps now to lessen the time that they have to get a shot off. Hope everyone's aware of that. Harveston trying to get it inbounded. To Caldwell, to Gomez. Three-pointer, no good. Your halftime score. Fort Cobb Broxton, 20. The Dover Lady Longhorns, 17, Blake. As the Lady Mustangs outscored them 16-10 that quarter. Let's hear your report.
All right, Don. Certainly after that first quarter, I thought Dover might run away with it, to be completely honest with you. Lady Mustangs are 1 for 6 from the field, and half of their points came from free throws. And then here in the second quarter, they go 7 out of 8 from the field. Now, they haven't hit any threes, but, you know, in such a low-scoring game like this, you don't necessarily need to.
That's right.
And especially the way that the post game has worked, you've gotten quite a few open looks off cuts, and even just screen action, off-ball screens down low, and you're getting Bear wide open. That's the main reason that she's leading all the scores. I believe she has 11, so yeah, she leads all scores. So, you know, especially there in the second quarter, you could tell that Fort Cobb was more comfortable, especially on the offensive end. Now, to me, it hasn't really been a question that they've played good defense. And especially as of late. And they've done a good job of forcing turnovers, but every once in a while there'll be a question, well, is the offense going to show up today? And even only scoring 20 at half, it has showed up enough so far. It's kind of like Oklahoma State football. The defense played so well, if the offense showed up enough, they were probably going to win the game. And that's, to me, the way it feels now. I certainly hope that as we get into the second half, they can continue to make that post-game work, and at some point, Dover's going to have to make an adjustment on it. Because if you continue to score that way, you can't play a whole half with a team just pounding the post. So at some point, they'll make an adjustment. We'll get a few more open looks outside. The defense won't be as aggressive outside because they're more focused on containing the middle. So our three-point shooters might get to do some work here in the second half. I certainly hope that's how it works.
I kind of like the scoring from the post like we've been scoring so far. You know, it worked good in that second period.
How's the old saying go? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you keep doing it until the defense stops you.
And the reason I say that is because the percentages of making that little two-footer off the glass is quite a bit more
lot higher than
that.
Unless you're Stephen Curry in the All-Star game.
That's exactly right.
Last night.
And there's a pretty good possibility that Bear's going to get fouled on some of them shots.
That's right.
I think. But what I took away from that second quarter was confidence. I saw not only Bear but a couple of others take the ball to the hoop with some authority right down the middle of the lane.
You know, Don, we've had some games where we've done that, but we've missed the layup.
Yeah.
Tonight, luckily,
Yeah.
we're making them.
Coach Rogers, Coach Shumpert, they've instilled some confidence in these girls, and they're playing strong. All right, Blake, thanks so much for your reporting and analysis. Need to take a little time out here, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes with the second half. This will give us an opportunity. You want to read these
I can.
sponsors for us, Blake, and I'll.
We are your premier best in state driving school located in Southwest
Mustang Basketball. Here's your sponsors for Mustang Basketball. You got Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, Kent Sexton. I know I personally had driver's ed with him. Did my driver's test through there. They do a fine job. Call him at 580-512-6936. Carnegie Fiber for all your internet needs. Phone number for them is 580-654-1002. Keystone Foods, they do the breakfast and lunches for most of the schools in Caddo County, and they do it at Fort Cobb as well. Washita Valley Bank, of course, the hometown bank there at Fort Cobb, big-time sponsor for the Mustangs. Very gracious of them. T-Birds Convenience Store, and ABC Superior Realty, Shelley Dissy, 580-302-1974. We'll take about a 5-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action here from Coyle. You're listening to the OSSAA Regional Consolation Championship, Dover and Fort Cobb Broxton, on Squirtle TV.
Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Collegiate Marketing Group.
Welcome back to Coyle, Oklahoma, folks. Halftime. The Lady Mustangs on top, 20-17. Almost set to start the third period of play. The winner of this ball game will play next Thursday evening at 6:30 in Stroud, Oklahoma. Hopefully we'll have a update on the score. As Varnum is one of the teams involved in the other game. I'm not sure who the, let's see if I can look at my bracket here.
It'll be Varnum and Earlsboro. The loser of that game will play the winner of this one on Thursday at 6:30, and Varnum and Earlsboro play tonight at 6:30.
Okay.
So,
it'll be
we might
game.
have an update during the boys' game.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right. The important thing is you win this game, you play Thursday night. If you lose this game, you start playing softball tomorrow. So big ball game here. Obviously, Lady Mustangs have played 2 do-or-die games this week, one last week in the opening round of the district. So they've had some experience. Everybody said here we have no officials. They might ought to. I think Coach Rogers has picked up the ball over here and is talking to Dover coaches about how about we just play without them. I got a good laugh out of that. And here come the officials.
And they're going to get a good ovation, of course. A little bit of a sarcastic one.
Yeah, that's one of the few times they get applauded. But they've done a good job here in the first half. That's another thing you can say. I've not heard anybody yelling at the officials from either side, and that's pretty unusual, no matter how well they do. But they've done a good job. It'll be Dover's basketball to start the third period. Mustangs still in that kind of a 1-2, 2-2-3 zone. Ball knocked away. Silverhorn, or that's Brown, jumps on the loose ball, and it's going to be tied up. That's a shame we had to waste a tie up there because we had the loose ball.
That's what I'm thinking. Almost looked like you could have called a foul there.
Once again, heavy pressure in the backcourt. I'm sure the Lady Mustangs worked on at the half, probably.
Just clear it out.
Trying to figure out a way to get it in. You know, once we get it inbounded, we do pretty good. It's just getting inbounded has been the trouble.
That's right.
And Dover, let's see what kind of defense. They may have changed their defense. I think they've gone to a, can't hardly tell yet what kind of defense they're playing. Trying to get it down to Bear. Boy, Caldwell's got her covered up. And now Brown, they're trying to get it to, it's going to have to get out of the lane. It's going to be 3 seconds. But they are still in that man-to-man defense. There's the pick and roll. Off the glass for 2. Beautiful play there.
How about that?
Bear came out. Boy, you could just tell she's got a lot of confidence in her stride. And it's a 5-point lead for Fort Cobb. Harveston dribbles through the lane, kicks it in the corner.
Don, I noticed as Bear was trying to post up Caldwell, she was kind of smiling a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's feeling it today. She really is. There's a drive. Just don't want to pick up any silly fouls here. McNulty cutting down the middle lane, no good. Caldwell knocked it away from Silverhorn, though.
That's good hustle.
And that's Caitlin
getting
Harveston.
that offensive rebound.
Absolutely. Now there's a wide open Carly Harveston. Her shot's no good, but it's knocked away by Caitlin out of bounds. And the Mustangs will have the ball back. Trying to build on a 5-point lead. And they get it into Brown. Now when you want to clear out right here, man to man, just let her go with it. Good job by Zoe. Now we'll try to get the old pick and roll again. There's Silverhorn down the middle to Reagan Rip. Silverhorn's free throw line jumper won't go. Bear, boy, I thought she had an offensive rebound, but it's poked away from her, and she hits the deck. She's kind of sprained her ankle, slow getting up. And drive right down the middle of the lane's Buck. And Reagan Rip was able to knock it out of bounds. So I hope Ginger's not hurt too bad. She's going to be replaced by Savage, I think. As Bear kind of, Ginger is pretty ginger on that ankle.
Yeah.
Did that come
Don,
to your mind?
I saw that one coming.
Couldn't help myself. There's Harveston, left wing 3. No good. And an offensive rebound for Dover. And there's Harveston, dribbles down the right side of the lane, and she's going to be fouled by Brown. I tell you what, when they don't see Bear in there defending the post, they're pretty anxious to drive.
Right.
It'll be the first team foul of the half. And it's going to be charged to Brown, and that's her first. And at the line will be Carly Harveston, and she makes the first. That's 5 points for Carly. She made 2 baskets really quickly in the ball game, and that's her first one in quite some time. Missed the second one, but they get the offensive rebound. Into Caldwell, out front. High pass to McNulty, and there's the ball taken away. Here comes Riley Rep. All the way down, bumps it off the glass for 2. Riley Rep with 6 so far, and it's a 6-point margin for Fort Cobb. Biggest by either team. 3-pointer straight away by McNulty, short. Caldwell with a rebound. Shot over Savage is no good, but she's fouled. Coach Rogers goes over to check with Ginger, and she walks to the scorer's table. She's ready to check back in, as Joy Caldwell will be shooting 2. And he rolls in. She's 3 for 3 at the line so far. Camry McNulty is replaced by her sister Carly. And Ginger Bear checks in, replacing Savage. And Caldwell, who now has 3 points, will have one more free throw attempt. And she cans it. 4 for 4 from the line. And it's a 4-point lead for Fort Cobb.
Dawn Dover has more offensive rebounds than the Lady Mustangs have rebounds.
Well, yeah, they've gotten more than they need, that's for sure.
It's a 16-8 rebound margin. 11 of those 16 for Dover are offensive.
Wow, that's amazing. Brown through the paint, throws it up high off the glass, no good. And Riley Buck tracks it down at the center line. Quick moving third period here. 4.5 to play in the third. There's Caldwell. Not even really trying to look to score against Bear now. Had her shot blocked there in the first half. There's a drive by Harveston. Got her own rebound. Now one of those offensive rebounds again that Blake spoke of. Long pass up ahead to Riley Rep behind the defense. She bumped and fouled as she laid it in. Shot wouldn't go. But
Don, I believe they're going to give that one to Caitlin Harveston. If they do, that's her third.
That's pretty big news right there, as we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Pitts. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same.
Inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
But they're hanging right in there with us.
They are.
It's worrisome to me.
Yeah.
.410 to play here in the third period. Riley Rep will be at the line shooting 2. Riley is 2 for 3 at the line so far. Got 6 points in the contest. We got behind the defense that time, and of course that always gets the coach's attention whenever the offense beats you down the floor. And Riley cans it. She's made some clutch free throws this year. None more clutch than when you're playing in an elimination game. Makes them both. 4 out of 5 from the line tonight for Riley. And it's a 4-point lead for the Mustangs. Halfway through the third period. Here's Caldwell. Goes around Riley Rep. Shot no good. Silverhorn gets the rebound with a good block out from Riley Rep on Caldwell. Need a good offensive look here. Riley down to Bear. Turns, faces, shot, no good. Boys halfway down. Good look at it. She took her time. She's a little taller than Caldwell, so she don't really have to worry about her blocking her shot, and that one was just a touch too hard. Got to keep playing defense. Got to stop that offensive rebounding. Three-pointer by Gomez is no good. And once again, the Bear beat them down the floor, but that's a long pass to make. It's pretty difficult to do. So they wisely will just set up in the half-court attack here. Brown gets it to Bear. No one was paying attention to Bear. Boy, she is really shifty around there. That's 4.5 for Ginger as she comes around that screen and nobody is aware of it. And it's a 6-point lead for the Lady Mustangs. 15 on the night so far for Ginger. Mustangs still in that zone defense. It's been pretty perplexing so far for Dover. There's Gomez, left wing three on the way. Oh, that's a big basket. Gomez with her first points of the day. And it's back to a 3-point lead. Silverhorn, right side rip, trying for the answer, no good. And Buck with the long rebound with 2:20 to play. Dover now with a chance to tie with a 3-pointer. McNulty holding, top of the key. Over to Harveston. She drives into the lane, kicks it right side. Buck, 3-pointer on the way, good. Riley Buck, and that's 2 trays in a row for Dover, and all of a sudden that 6-point lead has been erased. We're tied at 28. They had not been successful too much from the 3-point arc, but they made 2 in a row. Silverhorn, right side to Reagan Rip dribbling. Kicks it out to Brown, nearly lost it, but she gets it back. 1:40 to play in the third. Intensity has picked up dramatically. There's Bear, and she's going to be fouled by Caldwell. You just about have to try to force it into Bear whenever there's one-on-one right there. She definitely has an advantage if you can just get her the ball. That will be Caldwell's second personal.
And now that Caldwell out of the game, I'm wondering how the Mustang offense is going to attack it.
Well, it's good. There's a
Just
shot into
like
it.
that.
Just like that. That's a good answer for your question. Caught the inbound pass and laid it in, and even though the Harveston girl looks like a tougher matchup to me because she's a little taller than Ginger.
And now the question on defense is, can you limit offensive rebounds?
There you go. Harveston's probably not as physical as Caldwell, but she is definitely taller. So I wondered about how that would work. So far it's worked well. Bear with an easy 2. There's Gomez, shot's no good. Bear there for the rebound. With a minute to play here in the third. Mustangs trying to add to this 2-point lead. Silverhorn right down the middle of the lane. Layup, no good. Boy, she was right there. Here comes Harveston racing the other way. Goes around Rep, layup good, and a foul. Wow, what a turnaround. What a turnaround. Carly Harveston straight to the basket, coast to coast. And we're tied at 30 with a chance for the Lady Longhorns to take the lead.
Don, this is hindsight now, but you know, with the head of steam that Harveston had there, if I'm Reagan Rep, I might have tried to take a charge.
Missed the free throw, but they somehow got the rebound back. In the corner, Buck, 3-pointer on the way, no good this time. Another offensive rebound. Ball loosened up under the basket, tied up, and it's going to stay with Dover with 27 seconds to play. Well, the offensive rebounds are just killing us, Blake.
That's now 14 offensive rebounds.
It seems like we're letting them push us too far under the goal, and all of them bounce over our head. McNulty's 3-pointer bounds over the backboard.
That might be the best way to keep them from getting an offensive rebound.
I was thankful for that. Yeah. I'm glad to see that one. Tied at 30 with 21 seconds to go in the third.
Well, you need a score here because you're going to get the ball.
Yes.
If there isn't another tie-up, you're going to get the ball to start the fourth. So a score here and then a score there would change the game a little bit.
Yeah. We certainly need a basket. Kind of slow down this momentum from the Lady Longhorns. There's right side to Brown. Down to Bear. Boy, they're over her back. Knocked loose. Gets it back. 2 seconds. Shot. And a foul. But I think they're going to say it was on the shot, so that's good. With less than a second to play, as Bear did a great job dribbling it to the hoop. And Ginger Bear will be shooting two. The foul was charged to Carly Harveston, her second. And Bear is 1 for 1 at the line, I've got. Big ones here, Blake, very big ones. And she drains it. 7 in the quarter, I think, for her. Had 11 in the first half. And she made them both.
Donovan might have caught a break.
Absolutely. And that will do it. After 3 quarters of play, we've got a dandy for you. Fort Cobb Broxton 32, Dover 30. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon.
Welcome back to Dover, folks. Kenny Loggins singing Gotta Cut Loose, and Blake is up here cutting loose. Time for the Lady Mustangs to cut it loose right here.
Got to keep the nerves away, Don.
They're playing like they want to go to the big house next sometime here. Playing well. Fort Cobb basketball with a 2-point lead here as we start the fourth period, 32-30. Riley Rep, right wing.
They did a good time of switching that finally.
Yeah, they stopped the pass to Bear, and there's going to be a travel on Riley. Turnover to Dover. They have the opportunity to tie or take the lead here. Once again, we got to really clamp down on those offensive rebounds. We've got to do a better job of boxing out. It's kind of what has allowed Dover to stay in the game. They got a new player in there. That's number 32, Ureli Obeso. Three-pointer won't go. And there's an offensive rebound. Put back no good. And finally, Bear taps it over to Brown. Once again, offensive rebounds. Silverhorn, cross court to Reagan Reps. Now to Brown, quickly around the perimeter. They get it down to, boy, they're really muscling. Yeah, they've come up with a new strategy, it appears. They've got a Beso in there to try to keep Bear pushed away from the basket. She really was pushing on her that time. Totally new matchup for Dover, and there's going to be a timeout to avoid the turnover. Good job by Reagan to stay with her. Let's keep it right here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. What'd you think about that, Blake, on that last defensive possession on the Beso? How she defended us?
You know, honestly, I understand that Ginger has had a few of those shots today and she's made them. But in that instance, the defense collapsed and Riley was standing wide open on the left wing. And we've only taken 4 threes today.
Yeah.
Fort Cobb's only taken 4 threes, hasn't made one yet. But in that instance, whenever the defense collapses and someone's standing wide open, that's sort of what the post game is made for nowadays. If you can score in the post, do it. But if you get someone open on the wing for a shot, give them the shot.
Yeah. It'll be Dover's, but I just thought that they put the girl in there to really force Ginger where she can't move them so easily. I think Ginger, what she's going to have to do is have a shot fake now, get the girl off her feet and go around her. I think that might be the thing to do now. There's a drive along the baseline. Out front to Harveston. Mustangs doing a good job defensively. Boy, every
Dover's
possession
had the ball for almost a minute and a half now.
It's every possession is so important now. There's no question about it. Harveston got traveled. Yeah, I think they did that a time or two in the first half. Got by with it. That time they called it. And now the Mustangs have really got to take care of the ball against this press.
Defensively, that's an amazing possession. You shed off a minute and a half.
And never really gave up a shot.
And they don't even, exactly.
Yep.
And they sort of shot themselves in the foot, if you will, on that one, too.
Now the Mustangs need to have a good offensive set here. Got to take care of the ball. Number one objective. Totally new defensive look here for Dover with Abeso guarding. She's the third one they've tried to defend Bear with. Bears had 19 points today. But Lady Mustangs don't have to be in a hurry. We are ahead in this ballgame. But you cannot afford to turn the ball over out there, and there's just no reason for that. You gotta somebody's gotta come help her.
Either that or you just don't pick the ball up.
Yeah, that's
you have to keep your dribble alive in that instance.
All right, now Dover has it. There's McNulty cutting down the right side, but they lose it. Ginger Bear intercepts the pass. And now Brown advancing. Over to Reagan Rep. Like to see her get free, but she's being defended. Boy, we got a break there. They kind of bailed us out of that one. As we just stand there on the sideline. They swarm us. That's 4 team fouls now on Dover. That's the third on Riley Buck. McNulty is going to be replaced by Caldwell. And the Mustangs, they try to get it into Bear, but good defense by Beso. She taps it away. And that's going to be an offensive foul right there.
Wow.
They're going to call a block on Brown. It looked like she just rammed into us on that one. And she makes the free throw, or makes the layup. And we're tied at 32. She really drew the contact there for sure. Now Carly Harveston, who is 1 out of 3 at the line. And she makes that one, and just like that, Dover's back on top, 33-32. Cobb yet to score here in the 4th period.
Take it all the way if you have to.
Yeah, they really haven't had too many shots at it here in the 4th period, to tell you the truth. Had too many turnovers.
Taken 1 shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's Bear, turn around, shot good. That's what you got to do. Keep doing that. Lady Mustangs back on top by 1, 34-33. That's 21 for Ginger. I like her chances if she can catch it there every time. There's Buck. Drives into Bear, kicks it out front. Harveston, left wing 3 is good. Carly Harveston.
I'm sort of wondering how you don't get a walk.
2-point lead for Dover. It seems that's what happens. They miss, and then all of a sudden they make them when they really need it. Brown dribbles into the fence and loses the ball. Turnover to the Longhorns, and now they have the ball in a 2-point lead. Almost halfway through the 4th period. Seems like now they have all the momentum and confidence. Well, Cobb's confidence has kind of been shaken here the last several trips here in the 4th period with the number of turnovers they've had. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Silverhorn. And now Dover in no hurry. Content to burn as much time as they can. Abeso set to inbound along the sideline. There's Harveston in the corner to Caitlin. Her 3-pointer's no good. I think it went out of, I thought it went off Caldwell, but they say it's off Fort Cobb. Hard to tell, there's so many bodies under there, but once again, we don't get the defensive rebound. Long pass out front to Buck. To Beso, she'll try a long 3-pointer. It's too hard, and we're not going to get that one either. We're not being very aggressive rebounding at all. We are just not going aggressively after the ball. There's Caldwell on a drive, and that one is no good. Silverhorn gets the rebound. Riley quickly into the front court, up ahead to Reagan. 3:15 to play in the ballgame. Riley Rip gets it off a curl. Now Brown into Bear. Gets to Beso, trying to go around her, and she's going to be bumped and fouled. Boy, there's a break right there as well. It looked like she might have just lost her footing. And that'll be the 15th foul. The first on the Beso. So Fort Cobb will inbound in the corner to Silverhorn. Boy, she had a wide open look to go to. There's a foul. That's what you got to do right there. And she got the ball into Bear right in front of the basket, and it was obvious foul. And Bear is 3 for 3 at the line so far, and leads all scores of 21 points. So these are two big ones here for the junior Lady Mustang. And she drains the first. 36-35. Ginger will have one more.
Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Rogers calls a timeout on a make.
And you're right on both counts. We're tied at 36. 3 minutes to go. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We are your premier, best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Welcome back to Coyle. I was entertained by Orlando Lozano, I believe is the young man's name, leading cheers for the Dover Lady Longhorns. Gotta love the effort. Tied at 36. Nothing like playoff basketball. And
that's what it's all about,
Oklahoma, boy. Everybody's into it. All right, now it's crunch time. Closing time, as they say. See who wants it the most here. 2:46 to play. We're tied at 36. Dover with the basketball. Bounce pass down low to Caldwell at the free throw line. McNulty's 15-footer won't go. Bear with a strong rebound. Quick outlet to Rip. And now the Lady Mustangs have a chance to take the lead. Good determined effort that time on defense and on the backboards. That needs to continue. Now Silverhorn gets a screen from Rip. Trying to get around Harveston. Can't do it. Now out to Riley Rip. 2:14 to play. Boy, you got to take great care of the ball here. There's out front we go to Brown. Down to almost two minutes to play now. Over to Silverhorn right side. They try to get it into Bear, they do, and she's going to be fouled by Caldwell.
That's her third.
And I think, will that be the 7th team foul now?
Yes, it will.
And that'll put Fort Cobb in the bonus the rest of the way. So free throws are going to play a huge part in the finish of this contest.
Okay, there it updated.
Third foul on Caldwell. And Bear's first free throw is good. She's made them all so far. Puts Fort Cobb back on top, 37-36. And I'm going to have the official discussing something kind of in a secret type of way with our coach. And she's going to go out on the floor to do something, to talk to, I don't know, does she have blood on her shirt? Surely
Maybe.
We're not going to have to change shirts here in the middle of the game, are we? What in the world is going on? are we going to have to change jerseys or what? They're going to take her out and make, oh my goodness. This is bizarre. And now Madison Savage is going to come in.
So that means you got to run to the locker room real quick, get the blood off, and then come back out.
Going to change
as quick
shirts.
as you can.
But I'm thinking they looked at that earlier in the game and just passed on it.
Exactly.
And now all of a sudden in the game on the line, they decide she needs to change shirts. Boy, you talking about pressure on Madison Savage.
I'm a little confused on how this rule works. It looked to me like the referee said Savage would get 2 free throws, but so does that mean the first one doesn't count?
Oh, no, they can't take one away.
Exactly.
I don't think, surely. This is, we're going to take a timeout.
That's smart.
Let her take the time to change the shirt. Yeah, it's, let's just keep it here and talk about this for a minute. It appears that they're going to give her time to change. The timeout will give her time to change the jerseys so she can come out and shoot free throws. Surely they won't take the one off the board.
I wouldn't
I can't
think
imagine.
So.
But you know, earlier in the game, I saw him go over there and look at her shirt, and like something caught his attention. He didn't do anything, but now all of a sudden, there's a little speck of blood apparently on her shirt. It's become a hazard.
She's back.
Well, now she's got another shirt on. It's the same number. I don't know, maybe it was her undershirt. Didn't she have an undershirt on a while ago?
I believe so.
But she doesn't now. So perhaps whatever it was on the undershirt. So now we get Savage back out there. Or not, we get Ginger back. I'm sure Madison is really tickled about this.
Now they're still saying 2 shots.
Well, it can't be. It has to be 1 and 1.
Okay,
they're just going to give her 1. Yeah,
there's the 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
1:54 to play in the game. Fort Cobb on top by 1, 37-36. Ginger Bear with 23 points is back at the line.
Have to make sure you...
One more free throw here.
Keep everyone in check on this one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with all the running around she had to do.
That's one way to ice the free throw.
I tell you, that's quite a deal. There's the ball loose mid-court.
That's
on the line, and there's a turnover. Tipped on the half line. Great defense by Zoe Brown. And now the Mustangs have the ball in the 1-point lead with 1:41 to play.
One thing to think about here, the Lady Mustangs are in the bonus. They also have the possession arrow.
Yeah.
Jump ball will go to Fort Cobb.
What they got to do now is just hang on to the ball till they foul you. Unless you can get Ginger wide open. There she is. Turnaround shot's too hard, but Caldwell picks up her 4th personal. That's a pretty good way to attack them right there.
Dawn, you know, I've seen some people, some coaches, things like that, try to argue the case that you don't do that in a late game situation. Don't make the referee decide the game, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever it's going your way, I don't see why you don't do it.
That's our best offensive play, no matter the situation. It's a 2-point lead now. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Brett Pitts. We'll do the same. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros.
Ginger back at the line for one more free throw attempt with 1:30 to play in the game. Huge free throw here for Ginger. She made 1 out of 2 on her last trip. And it rolls in. Got the soft roll, and it's a 3-point lead for Fort Cobb. 1:29 to play. Lady Mustangs got to play some tight defense and get a rebound. There's a trap in the corner. McNulty's three-pointer, no good. Zoe Brown, don't hold on to it, get it away, and they're going to call a foul on Dover. As they say, she caught her on the arm. That's a foul on Riley Buck. And that will be the Lady Mustangs shooting 1 and 1. .1:14 to play, and Zoe Brown at the line for the first time tonight. Yet to score. This is a 1 and 1. Only 9 team fouls. Zoe's first free throw is good. Clutch free throw there. And it's a 4-point lead. She'll have one more.
Question is, who's going to call the timeout this time?
And Zoe missed that one.
I guess no
4-point
one will
lead.
call the timeout.
1:12 to play. Out front is Harveston. Tries to drive around Brown over to McNulty. In the corner to Harveston.
Have to make sure if they take a three, don't foul them.
That's right.
For the Lady Mustangs.
Great observation. Under a minute to play. Harveston way out front, tries to drive in the corner. Lady Mustangs scrambling as quick as they can. Harveston drives to the paint, layup, no good. Bear with a rebound, outlet quickly to Silverhorn. Into the front court. They triple team her over to Brown quickly. Right side Reagan Rep, 37 seconds. Just got to burn some clock here, and here they come out and foul Brown. And we'll accept that because Brown's a good foul shooter.
Now they're going to be 2 shots. Lady Mustangs are in the double bonus, I believe.
That's a great point. It'll be 2 shots from here on out. That's the 10th team foul on Dover. And Zoe Brown will be shooting 2. And we're going to have a stoppage for some. Okay, here we go.
2 shots. Yep.
Brown is 1 out of 2 so far. She's a good, confident shooter. And she makes it. That's a big one. 41-36. Abeso will check in, replacing Riley Buck. And Zoe Brown with a chance to extend the lead to 6 here. And she does. Great job by Zoe. She's 3 out of 4 at the line. And now there's 32 seconds to play. Here comes Dover into the front court. They're going to have to heave up some 3-pointers. There's one. Harveston's no good. Ball loose on the floor. Brown picks it up. 22 seconds to play. Ahead to Reagan Rip. Into the front court. Picks up her dribble. Timeout's taken by Coach Rogers. We'll keep it here. 17 seconds. Reagan probably did the right thing. She was in the backcourt. She didn't want to get called for a 10-second violation, so she just stepped across the line, and then alertly Coach Rogers calls the time so they can't trap us. Blake, it's looking pretty favorable, don't you think?
I believe it is.
17 seconds to play. Mustangs with a 6-point lead in the ball as Coach Rogers has taken a timeout.
Here's the thing, Don. You don't turn the ball over and keep them from having to foul you. You essentially, if you get the ball in, they're giving you an opportunity to score.
Right.
Without you having to do hardly anything at all, except get the ball in and make free throws. And of course, it's easier said than done.
Well, I tell you, I'm anxious to hear your free throw shooting numbers because they've shot them pretty well today, especially here late. Yeah, you're right. All we got to do really basically is get it inbounded, and they're going to foul us. So the key is don't turn it over with the clock stopped here. Okay, Brown to inbound, or Silverhorn. Gets it into, it's knocked in the backcourt. Brown tracks it down in the backcourt, still loose, 12 seconds. Silverhorn now with it, and it's going to be knocked away with 9 seconds. That wasn't looking pretty.
That might have saved the Lady Mustangs, that ball getting knocked out, because they were a couple seconds away from a 10-second violation.
Yeah,
and good awareness there by Dover to not foul.
We were dribbling right under their basket. There's a foul by McNulty. Camry fouls Brown, and Brown is going to go to the line to shoot 2 more. She's played a good ball game today. She doesn't have a lot of points, but these last 3 free throws she's made have been the difference. Huge difference. If you're up 6 as opposed to 2 or 3, anything can happen. And she'll have 2 right here. Rattle it home. 4 out of 5 for Zoe. Coach Rogers can sense it now. And she makes it. There to go, Zoe. 5 for Zoe. 44-36. Mustangs are going to win it. Down to 3. 3-pointer at the buzzer, no good. And the Lady Mustangs, the Fort Cobb Broxton, have advanced to the area tournament by defeating the Dover Lady Longhorns 44-36. And quite a great ball game today by the Lady Mustangs. So congratulations to Coach Rogers and Coach Shumpert as they have advanced into the area tournament, Blake. What a great game.
Don, you remember, well, we talked about it quite frequently throughout the year for the Lady Mustangs. We said they had the chance to go pretty far in the playoffs.
You're right, we did.
Their record is now, what, 12-17?
I've got it right here.
Does that sound right?
I've got it here. Yes, it's 12-17 now as they about set to get the trophy.
Lady Mustangs are 12-17 and are 3 games away from the state tournament.
Absolutely. Riley Rep comes over to accept the consolation trophy of the consolation bracket of the regional tournament, and you can see the joy of victory, what you'd call that, on the face of Coach Rogers and all the, especially Riley being a senior. You just got to be happy for the young ladies as they have advanced farther than probably some thought they could. But, you know, Blake and I, we talked about it, as you said. We could see them growing all during the season, improving every step of the way. Coach Rogers, Coach Shumpert's done a great job of nurturing these girls all through the season. And they're only 3 games away from the big house, Blake.
That's right. Now, they'll certainly have some very tough contests in the area tournament, but this team's battle tested.
Oh, absolutely.
And Dover is ranked.
Yep.
So, you know, they have some good wins under their belt. They've proven throughout the playoffs and even during the regular season that whenever it came crunch time, they could close it out. And that's how the teams that make it deep in the playoffs and the state tournament, that's how they do it. They prove that they can survive. And that's exactly what the Lady Mustangs did. They survived, and now they're advancing to area. And only 1 senior, I believe 2 juniors on the team. And the senior for the Lady Mustangs finishes with 8 tonight. Had 19 last week. Has had some big shots and some big moments last night. Or not last night, Saturday night. I keep thinking it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, just like you.
Last week on Saturday, Riley hit 4 free throws very late in the game.
Yes.
To seal that one. Ginger, 26 points tonight, 9 rebounds. She was a rebound shy of a double-double. And on Saturday, she had 19 points, 6 free throws in the second half. Those were the only points she scored in the second half. But 6 free
big
throws,
ones, absolutely.
Big time free
they're
throws.
all important, that's right.
Here's your final shooting numbers, folks. Lady Mustangs finished 13 for 25 from the field. Don, they took 2 shots in the fourth quarter.
They did
1 out of 2 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's the difference. 10 for 12 in the fourth quarter from the free throw line,
absolutely.
From the line.
Did what they had to do.
0 for 4 from 3 on the game, but they didn't need the threes.
Right.
Total 18 out of 22 free throws. That'll win you some games, and it proved tonight that it did.
Absolutely.
17 rebounds, 13 turnovers for the Lady Mustangs. Dover, 12 for 49 from the field, 6 out of 27 from 3. Those threes are what kept them in the game late.
Right.
6 for 8 from the free throw line, 28 rebounds, 16 of those offensive.
Yeah.
That's also what kept them in the game.
Well, and most of those came in the first half. That Lady Mustangs corrected that in the second half.
Right.
They didn't give up so many. Yeah.
I can actually tell you exactly how many they had. They had 9 in the second half. They had more in the second half than they did the first.
Well, see, that's surprising to me.
It is to me, too, honestly. 14 turnovers for the Longhorns. Zoe Brown and Clea Silverhorn both with 5 points. And Reagan Rep, who has had multiple games this season where she's it felt like she didn't miss, didn't even score tonight.
Yeah.
So that just further proves that it can be anybody.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
That's what a team does right there. That's right.
Dover's final numbers. Carly Harveston led them with 13 points tonight. Carly McNulty, 6. Both of those were 3-pointers. Ashley Gomez, Riley Buck, both with 3. Caitlin Harveston, 5. Joy Caldwell, only 4 tonight, Dawn.
Yeah, they did a good job on her.
And Cameron McNulty, 2. If you'll give me just a second, I'll go back and look at the box score from the last game. I believe the 3, now, Carly Harveston, she had 13 tonight, and I believe she had, I want to say 14 last time these two played.
I've got them written down here. Carly had 11, and Caitlin had 16.
And Joy Caldwell, I believe, had 18.
That's right.
So their 2 leading scores tonight combined for 6, 8 points.
That's coaching for you right there.
That's coaching.
We see what they have to offer, and we were able to stop it.
And Dawn, you know, at the very start of the season, we talked a little bit about Coach Rogers' time at Cordell, and we knew she was a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's really impressive to me how you can take a group of girls that play basically 6 the whole season and turn them into a team that will fight until the end of the game.
That's
and
right.
pull out some wins in the playoffs.
And play well at the end of the game.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know what's more amazing to me? It doesn't feel like they get tired.
No,
I don't think they get tired.
I don't think they're getting winded anymore. Another thing to me, I kind of lost my train of thought, but no, never mind. Go ahead and say what you're going to say, because it'll come back to me eventually. Anyway, great report. Got anything else you want to add?
Make sure you stick around for the boys' game tonight. We're going to have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Number 18, I believe, Coyle Blue Jackets. Number 8, Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs.
You know, here's the thing about Coyle. They're ranked 18, but they've only got 4 losses.
Exactly.
17-4. And they've played some pretty good teams, it appears to me.
I've been looking at some of the rankings. It is amazing to me how deep Class B is.
I know.
And number 3, Pittsburgh, has already lost a game. Number 7, Indiahoma, has already lost a game.
Right.
We're not even to area
You're
yet.
right. Good point.
So,
good point.
I mean, you always see top-ranked teams get upset every once in a while, but, you know, there's teams ranked
usually.
12, 15, 19 that are beating 3, 5.
We better be on our toes tonight.
That's right. There'll be a lot of good games tonight, Don. Number 2, Mountain View, sorry. Number 2, Mountain View, and
Duke, isn't it? Duke
Goodwill.
Tigers.
Mountain View plays Goodwill tonight. Number 1, Ruff, and number 5, Duke play Friday for the Area 3 championship. Ordinarily, Fort Cobb's in Area 3.
Right.
So, a lot of good games.
That'll be a good one.
Small school basketball.
Oh, it's great.
It's amazing.
Playoff action's great. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. Hope you'll come back at about 7:45 tonight, and we'll see the Mustangs will be playing in a little different situation. They'll be playing to go to the winner's bracket in the area, which means if they win tonight, they'll only be 1 game away from the state. I've got some statistics about that later on tonight, but I'd like to thank our sponsors once again, the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, Carnegie Fiber, Keystone Foods, Ouachita Valley Bank, T-Bird's Convenience Store, and Shelley Dissy with ABC Superior Realty. Thanks to John Bellamy, Caden Baker, Blake Perryman for great analysis work. I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.